Hello. Hi. This is just I'm gonna be making something out of fondant. But this live is meant for me to assess my lighting, what would be the best camera position for what I'm doing. So just in case anybody is wondering what's going on, I am just testing out how to set up my camera, if I need additional lighting. Um, so I am going to be making something so that I can um, mess around with some light and different things like that to see how it looks on my side. I do have a new ring light that I bought, and I wanted to see if this ring light would be of any assistance. I'm not going to show the name of the ring light because I'm not here to be promoting anybody else's stuff. But I do want to see if I can mount this ring light. Um, Probably not. It's still too small. Okay, this one isn't gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead on and make oh no, let's make a giraffe. I think I'm gonna make a giraffe. Yeah, let's make a giraffe. And throughout the process of me making the giraffe, I'm going to probably be messing with the lights a little bit. Let me get something to make my giraffe on. Oh, I have an acrylic. So I'm gonna make my little giraffe on this. If this is your first time on my page, hello. My name is Yvette. Friends and family call me Gigi. I am the owner. I guess I really don't like to say owner. I am the cake artist for Fleur De Treats and Sweets. I'm self taught. I've been doing cakes for 15 years next month. Um, I got started as a suggestion from my daughter, and I've been doing cakes ever since. I'm originally from New Orleans. I am now in the metro Atlanta area. I've been here full time since last year. No, since 2024 because we're 2026. So that's my story. Welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please go and press that subscribe button. I will be going live over here more often. I'm just trying to figure out my schedule because I do go live on on TikTok. So if you're not following me over on TikTok, go over there and follow me on TikTok as well. And I'm about to get started making this little a little giraffe. I'm just gonna do his neck and his head. That's it. The fondant I'm using is satin ice fondant. Let's go ahead and get his little, get us a giraffe neck. Like I said, I'm only gonna do the neck and the head part. Please feel free to ask any questions or just hang out. I normally, like I said, I normally go live on TikTok, and the vibe on TikTok is very different from the vibe um, over here on YouTube. So I have to, get used to the YouTube way of doing things. And I know the more often I go live over here, the better things will get. Let's see. All right, let me get some tools. I can do anything with the right tools. I'm just using my tools to shape the face that I see in my mind. Mm-mm. All right, let's give him some eyes. Hi, 720. I started working with actually doing cakes and I guess eventually messing with fondant back in 2011. I was sick. I had a I was ill. I had a cancer diagnosis and I had dealt with it before and to have to deal with it again, I was a little bit depressed to say the least. And my daughter was like, "Why don't you find something creative to do? You like watching those cake shows. Why don't you start making cakes? Start trying your hand at just doing cakes or work doing a little finding people or whatever." And I was like, I guess so. And she in cahoots with one of my friends at the time, whose daughter was getting married. She asked me to make her daughter's bridal shower cake. And I was like, I don't know how to make it was just a little two-tier cake, nothing serious, buttercream. And I was like, I don't know how to make anything like that. Let me pull back a little bit. And so she was like, yo, but you have time, you'll figure it out, whatever, whatever. And so I was like, well, what the heck, you know? And that's how it started. I did such a great job with her daughter's cake that they asked me to make the wedding cake, and that was a 4-tier squared cake. So that's how I got started, just as a way to have something to do, um, other than worrying about my health at the time. That's how I got started. Yep. And I just never put it down. Now, I retired from nursing because I nurse full time. I retired from nursing back in, I'm sorry, I retired from nursing back in, trying to get y'all a better view, back in not 19, 2015, and I opened a storefront, but I got sick again and I had to close the storefront down. No, you're welcome. Because I needed health insurance. So I went back to nursing full time and I stopped, doing my cakes and stuff after I closed my store. And I kind of left it alone for a little bit. And then people started, kind of asking, like, oh, are you back doing cakes and blah, blah, blah. So I got back into it a little bit. But then I ended up moving to Atlanta, and now I have to start all over again because I don't, I don't know as many people here as I did in New Orleans. So I kind of have to start all over again. I'm excited. Um, that's a little big. That particular piece of fondant is a little bit bigger than I want the eye to be. So I'm gonna do half of that and go at it again. But that's how all of this started, as a way for me to deal with a health issue. And now it's just, it's my little piece now. Let's see. I'm going to see if I want a bigger eye, a smaller eye. I think I want the eye to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to take that white out and get another balling tool. Let's see. I'm going to make the entire socket a little bit bigger. And then I can put I don't want it to roll around in this space. But yep, that's how it all got started. And I started out way back when on Facebook. And my daughter's like, Mom, you gotta come to, Instagram. Instagram is where it is and blah, blah, blah. So I came to Instagram, forgot all about Facebook, became an Instagrammer, and that's where I had been up until right during the pandemic, and was then told, oh no, TikTok is where it's at and blah blah blah, which it took me a little bit longer than other people to come to TikTok because during the pandemic I was actually working. So it took me, I'm a TikTok late bloomer. I didn't bloom with TikTok during the pandemic when everybody else was doing it. And then we're gonna make a space for the black or brown. I'll probably make it brown. Make space for that. Using a balling tool. Oh, I'm out of focus. All right, so I'm thinking I will put the camera in the same place I put it when I do my lives on TikTok because I'm so used to the camera being um in a certain place. I'm coming out of frame. Right, I'm gonna make his eyes brown because we're gonna make his little spots brown too. Let's make his eyes brown. This is a really light brown. Let me get a little bit, let me get some darker, I don't want them to be that light. Yeah, that's brown. That's the brown we want. Give it a little contrast. But, yep, I'm new to YouTube. I was new to TikTok at one time, new to Instagram at one time. I guess, you know, you got to go through your new. Should I recently went back to, I recently went back to Facebook and didn't know anything about Facebook anymore. All of these different platforms you gotta learn. But it's wonderful that we have this as an opportunity. Like you can go on social media and people from everywhere can watch you do your thing. And you can watch other people do their thing. My little piece got stuck on my balling tool. So I put a little cornstarch on it. I have to get used to not always feeling like you have to talk on these lives. I always feel like I have to fill a space up with conversation. All right, let's put his front part of his, let's do his little mouth next. That way he'll start looking like a giraffe. Because right now I know it feels like, oh, what in the world is she making? It's a giraffe. Let's put his face on. His nose and his mouth. And then I'm gonna put his little ears and his little other things at the top of his head. And maybe start putting some of his dots in after that. All right. So this is gonna be his little nose part in his mouth. I didn't want it to be white. So I kind of made it like this tannish color. Again, this is like not an official live for me. I really I'm trying to test, um, light at different times of the day. All right, let me pick it up and see. All right, let's kind of make it. No, let's see. Let's make it a little bit bigger. All right. And you can do his little mouth. Let's give him like a little, he's going to have like a little smirk. we can give him his little nose, but let me get a very small balling tool. A lot of the tools that I use, you can find in the clay department because they're so similar. Fondant and clay is very similar. So a lot of the tools that I use, you can find in the clay department. All right, now we have to put the black part of his eye in. I just stopped messing with the eyes to do a little bit with the well, I'm gonna need you. I don't need the white. Well, we'll need another white. So we're gonna put the black part in his eyes. I'll put a little cornstarch on my hands, on my fingers, because this black is a little sticky because it's brand new. So it's a little sticky. Let's do the black part of his eyes. Put a little space where it's gonna go. It just helps to keep it from rolling all around. I want to make one eye bigger than the other. Okay, let's give him some eyebrows. But before I do that, let me turn on some additional light. And I'm going to move the camera. And I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to add some light. I'm just trying to see what's the best situation for. Okay. right, I'm gonna use this to make his little horns or whatever you call them. I don't know what you call the things on the top of his head. But I'm gonna use these toothpicks. I'm just gonna cut them to the size that I need. All right, that's that. And we can put the little white part in his eyes. So we can be done with that. Oop. Eyebrows, white part, and we can start giving him some of his little spots. Hi, Great Hands ATL. How are you? Great Hands ATL. Okay, let's give him some eyebrows. Of course, this is too much fondant. I'm gonna cut this in half. And this will become 2 eyebrows after I cut it in half. I don't really measure it. I just kind of eyeball it. That's 1. And this is 2. Get a little water so we can stick it on there. A paintbrush. I find that I have like a lot of paintbrushes, but for some reason, none of them are ever the paintbrush that I actually need. Oh, thank you for the likes. Okay, I'm gonna put a little water where I want his brows to go on both sides. And then once I get the brow up there, then I can fix it. I just focus on getting it up there first. And then I can play with the shape. Let's see if I like that. Maybe we should we do, no, I'll leave them black. I was gonna say, maybe we should do brown eyebrows, but it's okay, black it is. All right, now I'm gonna put a little white in the eye part, like the little gleam. At least that's what I call it. I call it a gleam. So we're gonna have to roll out our white. We're gonna roll our white out. And that was cornstarch. I'll roll my white out. And I'm gonna actually use a piping tip to make the white part of his eyes. This is a Wilton number 5. Hey, Lisa. All right. And this is just to put the little gleam. Now let's see if these are too big, because sometimes they'll be too big. Let me turn these on the right side, because when I pop them out, they turned over on the wrong side. No, I think these are gonna be good. So I'm gonna put, when I say the smallest amount of water known to man, the absolute smallest amount known to man. because when you put that white on top of the black, it'll bleed on the white. So when I say the smallest amount of water on this black, you do not want it to bleed into your white. So let's see. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, let's do the other one. And again, I use the number 5 Wilton tip, the number 5 piping tip to make this. It's the easiest way for me to do it. I used to like hand roll them, and then I stopped doing that because that was nuts. Now you can choose where you want to put your gleam. You can put both of your gleams in the middle. You could put them on the opposite side. It's on you. I'm gonna go opposite side. Sometimes I just put both of them in the same spot. But let's try opposite side. I love it. Let's do his ears next. Let's do the ears. So people aren't wondering, what in the Sam Hill is this? A dinosaur? How do you make the comments go away? I have no idea. Lisa, you know, we both knew on here. I don't know. Maybe if you open your screen wide. Like hover over like the lower right hand part of the display and open your screen wide maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. Sorry, because I can't see the I'm actually watching myself on my laptop, so I can't see the way you would see it on your phone, unfortunately. Sorry about that. All right, let's make his ears. You know, the more I come live on here, the better things will get. Again, this is like my only my 4th live. I went live yesterday, and I just had some difficulty, and I wanted to come back and see if I could rectify it. I think next time maybe I might go live on my iPad. I'm live right now on my phone. Let me get a bigger circle. I'm live right now on my phone, and I don't want to do that. I want to go live on my iPad. Let's see if this is too big. But I'm going to figure it out. The only way to figure it out is to do it. So you can't figure it out if you're not doing it. So let's see. Let's see what this is going to look like. Oh, I love that. Okay, good. Great. Let's go with it. Let's go with that. Let's see. Yeah, because he's going to have floppy little, let's close it up a little bit. Let's do the other one. Yeah, I don't even see comments on my screen, on my laptop. I don't know where the comments went. Let me put them back. There they go. So yeah, I'm still learning this platform. All right, this is going to be his 2 ears. So let's put those on. Let's open them up a little. Do this one. And literally, I made these using a circle cutter. I'm gonna play with them a little bit. And they don't have to be the same ear. You know, I like stuff to be interesting and not symmetric. That's just the kind of artist I am. I don't like stuff to be all symmetric and stuff. I'm gonna use these to make his the little things that stick up out of his head. So let's cover those pieces of stick in, and you just gotta wait for he's gonna develop. I don't know, and nobody told you, huh, friend? I don't know how to do it. I gotta learn those things. Uh-oh, my hands are low. Let me wipe them off. I got that, some kind of black, probably from that cutter. Those cutters are new. All right. All right, so I'm gonna roll this yellow out. I'm gonna put a little cornstarch, and I'm gonna roll this out so that I can wrap my little toothpick pieces in it. Let me get my, cut this down. Yep. This is enough to wrap both of them. I'm gonna just cut it in half. Did you figure it out, Lisa? Because I can't help you, my girl. Okay, I'm adding a little water on here so I can roll my little toothpick pieces in it. Get off my finger, friend. I use my blade to try and get it started, because these little pieces are just that, little pieces. All right, that's one. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Yvette. Friends and family call me Gigi. I'm the cake artist for Fleur De Treats. Originally from New Orleans, now based in Metro Atlanta. I am self-taught. I have been doing this for 11 years. New to this particular platform, but I normally go live on TikTok Tuesdays at 7. Oops, sorry, friend. What do you call these things that's on the top of a giraffe's head? I'm gonna look it up. All right, then we need brown. And we're gonna need a lot of brown because we're about to do his little dark brown body parts. Now I could paint these on, I could draw them on, but I'm gonna actually cut his little spots out. I'm gonna actually cut his spots out. You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna do it a different way. So I'm gonna actually make spaces for his spots to fall into. Oh, this is one too. Okay, maybe this one. It's gonna be really cute. Put one right there. This is the easiest way to do it. And it looks pretty cool when it's kind of inside of him. You do have to watch how much fondant you drop in there because you want it to kind of sink down in the little spot, into the little hole. So yeah, if you're not subscribed as of yet and you think there's some cool content, I'd love to have you. I am new, so we're gonna be building together. New here, not new otherwise. Just new on YouTube Live. I'm not new to anything else. If you'd like to see some of my content, that's, I have some stuff on Instagram, some stuff on TikTok. All right, let's put another big one right here. And I am just literally putting these wherever I feel like I need one. No rhyme or reason. Uh-oh, that one's too big. It's too big. Man down. But yeah, I'll be live on Tuesday on TikTok, which is a totally different vibe. All right, let's put one like down here. And let's do a couple in his little face. Those will have to be really small. And let me get all right, let's do the top of his head. So let's do one right here. And then we could do some smaller ones, like here. I can tell when it's gonna be too much fondant for the little hole. Now keep in mind, this is a extra live. I went live yesterday. I came back today to just test my lighting and to experiment a little bit with camera placement. I will be live Tuesday for my regular live on TikTok. And I'm going to be going live here as well. I'm working on figuring out a schedule. One more on the top of his head, and I think that's all we need. Oh, wait, I got another hole. Oh, I knew you were going to do that. I like to think my style is more cartoony. Oh, you made it? Hi, sorry. I'm so glad you're here. You can let me know how everything is looking. And I'm also going to put some on the side of his little face. Let's see. Some of these are like too big, and then some of them are too small. We'll put 2 of these, and then 1 of these. All this tells me is that I need to get some more balling tools. I think, and I also think there's a delay in me seeing the comments. I need to figure that out. Well, at least that's what it seemed like yesterday. It was a little delayed. Maybe not so much today. But I do see my girl is here. Again, if you're not subscribed and you think that this might be some content that you are interested in keeping up with, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. This is a safe space over here. You can ask any questions. No question is a crazy question. Especially if it's something you genuinely don't know and you want to know. There's no crazy question. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing over here. But I'd love for you to come along on the ride. And we can figure it out together. Yeah, it's very delayed. I need to figure that out. It may have something to do with maybe my Wi-Fi. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm here. I didn't announce it to anybody other than 2 people. Because I just wanted to, you know, come and be able to do like a dry run, you know. So if I'm not answering immediately, it's because I'm not seeing it immediately. I realized that yesterday, and I think people were getting a little frustrated, thinking maybe I was ignoring them when I actually wasn't. That's what I thought too. I thought the delay was due to that as well, because I'm a new creator on here going live, and maybe they may have to delay it just in case you say something weird. It does ask if it's for children, and I was told to say no, it's not, because if you say it's for kids, they won't allow commenting. So I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, but I'm here for it. I know one thing. All we can do is get better and better. Or all I can do. But I figured that too, Tori. I figured they were, now see, that wasn't delayed a lot, was it? It wasn't delayed too much. I don't want to go overboard with the little thingies. Yeah, see, that was good. We getting them. They trusted me. They was like, okay, she ain't talking perverted. Now, how you came out, friend? Let's see how what we gonna do. All right, let me take you out for a second, friend, so I can stick this in there. Okay, that ain't gonna work. Let me put it back. Thank you, Brown Princess. I appreciate that. Hang around until I wait. Let me glue him down, because what are we doing, friend? And let me put some. This isn't glue. This is just water. You can use an edible glue, but I'm not. I'm just using water. Now let's make this look a little bit rounder. What do you call these little things? These little antenna. Let me round this off a little bit. Pick it up, because I'm not rounding. Is this supposed to be round? You know what do they call these little things on top of these things? Horns. Ossicones. They're made of cartilage, only Tori. Only Tori, my daughter, will go and look that up. And they're full of cartilage. What's the purpose? What do they use for? What do they use for, Tori? Weather forecasting? Oh, this one is a little big. Uh-oh, let's take some of this away. It's a little big. I sew. Hey, little quirky fella. Uh-oh. Sometimes you have to let it, you find it dry a little bit, so you can continue to work with it, because this is a little sticky, and it's probably because of all of these weather changes we've been having. All right, let's give him some razzle dazzle. And guess what? We should give him a bow too. Let's give him some razzle dazzle. I am going to be using my Petal Craft Petal Dust set B. And I use these to give my fondant pieces what I like to call a little razzle dazzle. So we're about to razzle dazzle him up. We're about to wake him up. I'm gonna also put probably a bow tie on him, because every time I go live, I just feel like I gotta make a bow tie. I don't know, call me strange. I just love making bows of any kind. It makes me feel bow-rific. When I see a bow on one of my little characters, I just think they're bow-beautiful. All right, so let's do, I always try to keep paper towel when I'm doing this, because like I always say, you can add more, but you can't take it away. Once it's there, it's there. So we just want to be careful with how much blush we give them, because we don't want them to look like, you know, they're selling something in the forest. And I'm gonna put a little pink up here as well. And then in his little mouth, I'm gonna also add a little pink. And then in the little nose, this nostril, that nostril. Inside his ears. I may have to wait until these harden a little bit more, but we're gonna see. Now see, this is what I'm talking about when I say you can always add more, but you can't take it away. Now I duped that up, and now it's gonna have to stay, which I could always remake his ears, but I'm not about to do that. He'll be fine. And I'm also gonna put just a little right up there on the tip of his nose. All right, let's shade him in. Tori, how was Super Sunday? Thank you, 720. If you're just joining, this is fondant. I'm just going in and adding in some shading. The shading just gives it like a little pop. Makes it look more cartoony. I'm using what's called petal dust. They, a lot of people use the petal dust to shade in sugar flowers made out of gum paste. I like to use it on my little creatures. You can also do the same thing that I'm doing with airbrush paint, edible airbrush paint. I just always feel like it's messy, and I only use it if I have like a big project to do. Otherwise, I really don't do the airbrushing. I just like to hand dust my creatures. But you definitely could do this with airbrush. You definitely could. All right. I feel satisfied with my little dude. I'm not satisfied with his ears, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. All right, let's make him, I feel like I want to make the inside of his ears darker. Let me see. And if I really don't like it, then I'll just make him some new ears. Because you know, such is life with these ears. Well, hopefully everybody that's watching has subscribed. Let me put something behind him so that he'll sit up a little. All right, let's make him a blue tie. And then after that, I'll be done. Let's make him, is both of these yeah, y'all know I love a turquoise. I love a good old turquoise. So let's make him a turquoise tie. Yeah, why not? Thank you, Vivian. I was saying that it's scary. Why is it scary? Vivian, why is it scary? He looks scary to you? Don't know what to say to that. So let's give him a tie, because why not? And of course, y'all, if you don't know, I'm definitely going to give it some texture. Because why not? So let's make a quick tie, a bow tie. I'm gonna make everything I need out of just this. Let me push him up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to, these will be the little tails. Now this might be a little big, so let me cut it a little bit thinner. I'm gonna do my duck tails. Duck, or is it duck or dove? You know what, I kind of want it to be long. So let me leave it a little long. And then I'm just gonna feed them together. And then out of this, I'm gonna take this down a little bit too. This side is just a tad bit thicker. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find my middle. Then I'm gonna do my gathering up of my See that? This is the fondant I used from yesterday, but we're gonna use this fondant. I think I put a hardener in it, so that's why it's doing this. But that's okay. We gonna make it work. Cut off what I don't need. Now this one is a little bit longer than this other side, so I'm gonna just pinch it down to where I think they're the same size. I'm absolutely gonna put some water in here, especially since it's acting like it wants to break apart. And if you find that you have fondant that's drying out but you still feel like it's got a little life in it, you can always add some Crisco, like shortening, the white shortening. I'm not gonna say a name because it has, I guess they make more than just Crisco. But the white shortening will definitely help with loosening your fondant back up. All right, we're gonna put this on him first. Let me move this on the side. Oop. Sorry, friend. Let's see, we're gonna put this, I'm gonna make these go off to the side like that. So let me glue them on. And this is really not glue, it's just water. I'm just using regular old tap water. I'm gonna put that where I want it to go. It's like his, you know, his scarf is, I mean, his bow tails are blowing in the wind. So let's get some motion. And then I'm gonna put his bow. Let's put that in there. We love a big bow, so I don't know what to tell y'all. We love a big bow. And then I'm gonna use this little piece of strip that I cut off earlier. I'm gonna use that as the middle. You really don't need a lot. I probably could use less than that. Like that's about as much as, let's see, I probably don't, yeah, I don't even need this much. That should be it. And put it right there. Using my tool, I'm gonna just tuck it in. And any adjustments I want to make to my bow, I'm going to make it now. Let's push this side down a little bit. And this could be like a cake topper. It could be alongside the cake, like on the side of it. You can add this to treats. What kind of thingies? And that's it. How long have I been on? What time is it? Now we can open his mouth. Maybe if we, let's see if we open his mouth a little bit. Let's open it a little. if we wanted to, we could give him, let's give him, what do you call it? Little, let's give him some little front feet. Let's give him some front feet. Thank you, 720. I appreciate it. Let's give him some little front feet. Now if we do that, we have to put some little hooves on it. All right, so this is gonna be his two little front feet. I'm just gonna smash it down. I don't know where he's gonna go. After I do that, this is gonna be it. Let me see. Yep. So let's make the little, you're a little big, friend. Gotta knock you down a little bit. All right. Let's get the brown for those. That should be more than enough. This we're gonna roll out a little cornstarch to keep it from sticking to everything. I don't want it to be too thin. I do want it to have a little thickness to it. So let's see if we can get 2 out of here. Out of this. And what's going to happen is these will go on the bottom of this, but let's make them a little bit smaller. Not too much water. Give him his little foot pads or whatever you want to call it. You're definitely too big, friend. Yep. There we go. Let's see where we can put these. That's cute. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I have to cut it so it'll lay the right way up against the body. And let's see where this one is gonna go. I haven't glued them in place. I kind of just sat them there so I could see if I actually like the placement. It's almost like this one is holding a bow. I'm with it. We gotta add a couple of little spots on his legs. And then once these dry a little bit more, because I did put a lot of water on his legs, I will let them dry a little before I shade them in like I did the rest of his body. This one is a little far down. Let's push it up a little bit. Make this one come down a little bit. And then I'm gonna add some water on it and stick it on. I need to put the little spots on his arms too, even though y'all can't really see it. I can, so I'm gonna put one right there, and then maybe one right here. And then maybe put one over here, because you really can't see that one. I might put one more kind of right. No, let me think. No, I think that's enough. I don't like that overkill when you over decorate something. I think less is more. I'm not gonna give him another one. But that's it. I've been on for an hour and 21 minutes. I am going to shade in his leg though. Both of his legs. Yeah, I've been on for an hour and 21 minutes, which is longer than I anticipated. I don't want to put too much of this brown because he's still kind of damp from where I glued him. So I don't want to hit the water, because if you make a mistake and hit the water with this dry brush, oh, it's a mess. It's an entire mess. I try to take my time and not do that. Oh, sorry. I was off camera, huh, friends? I have to get used to the makeup on YouTube. And to be honest, the only way to get used to it is to do it. So here we are. Thank you, Brown Princess. I really appreciate that. This was just me testing out some light, trying to get all of my platforms together. I love going live, but it's, you know, it's preparation. And just trying to figure out where I need to be with my lighting and my camera placement. You can do like a test live on the other platform, but on this one, I didn't see where you could do a test live. So you can just kind of go live, see what things look like and stuff like that. So I might have to go live on here like before day in the morning Or maybe I could do like a private just to test my lighting and stuff. All right, and we definitely want to shade in his tie too. So I think I'm gonna try this one. Let me see. I have a brush, and then after that, I will go and enjoy my. Well, I got a custom order I gotta make. Go and enjoy the rest of my Sunday, and you all can do the same. Let's see if this is the right color blue. There's a little water right there, so I don't wanna go by that water. Yeah, but maybe I'll do like a private live just so I can see. I can mess with my lights and my camera, my placement. Like how y'all, somebody said, how do you move the comments? It might be a situation where I need to adjust where I'm filming from. So, all of those things, all of the things, like they like to say, all of the things. I'm excited though. I really love what I do. Like, I love making my little characters and stuff. It's definitely a stress reliever. I think just being creative in any kind of way. It could be this, sewing, crochet, writing, cleaning, organizing is definitely a form of creativity. Being able to organize something in a way that is functional, that's creativity right there to me. And with everything that, we as adults have to deal with from on a day-to-day basis, just living, you need a creative outlet. So I love being able to, come on social media and create stuff and have people watch and appreciate the creativity. I love to go on socials and watch creative people do stuff. I didn't shade in between his neck and the bow. I'm going to wait to do that because it is a little wet from when I added the bow. And I don't want any of that moisture to get on the brown and have it all streaky. I might redo his ears. I don't know. We'll see. I like his little one floppy ear. All right, well, I have come to the end of my time here on YouTube. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Come on this journey with me as I navigate this new platform for me. I'm very excited. I can't wait until I get it just the way I want it to be. I might fumble around with the camera and the lighting, but the creativity is never a fumble. Never a fumble. But I appreciate you all joining in. Thanks for subscribing and liking and sharing if you did that. All of the things is appreciated. You all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday afternoon. And for those of you who have to leave the house on Monday for a job or school or just to take the kids wherever they have to go, be safe, be kind, be courteous. And until next time,